Howdy folks, this is Father Dougal 9000 here, and welcome to another episode of Dougal's Game Finish Chronicles, a series where I talk about the games I have played and beaten as part of the Hardcore Gaming 101 Forums Game Finish Challenge thread. Once more onto the breach, as we look at a trio of Sonic Robo Blast 2 map packs made by various fans of the cool 3D platformer. These are particularly of note to me because they're older map packs. In one case, a collection of a single person's entire body of map work spanning over a decade. That's one of the great things about delving into an extensively modded game like Robo Blast 2. You really get to delve into the past of the fandom in a way that not many games can manage for one reason or another. Today's games were originally logged on the 2nd of September 2021. Yeah, I wrote about all of these on the one day. I played a lot of Robo Blast 2 that week. ArchPack. This is a basic 2-zone mod designed back in the late 2000s, early 10s by Ezer'Arch. Ezer'Arch? And ported to version 2.2 by Romine Blocks 0. And it's pretty decent for what it's worth. Levels have a couple of different routes and look pleasing enough, so I can imagine them being quite nice to explore for faster routes and cool little secrets. That's it. I don't have a lot to say on these sometimes. This was nice. Whoops. Dimension Glaber. Glaber? This here's quite an interesting map pack, as it's actually a collection of every map designed by the user Glaber through Robo Blast 2's various incarnations from 2006 to 2021, placed in themed orders like Christmas-themed levels and so on. There's nearly 30 stages to mess around with, and there's plenty of secret red rings and special stage gems to look out for. I could definitely see myself revisiting this one a bunch just to find more secrets, though there isn't as much in the way of unlockables as I'd want there to be, but, you know, that's a me thing. In any case, it's still really cool to get such an extensive look into one person's collection of maps for this game. Hell yeah. Sonic Robo Blast 1 Remake. It's easy to forget given how much more popular this is, but Sonic Robo Blast 2 is actually a sequel to a little 2D platformer made in click and play called Sonic Robo Blast. It was a somewhat high-profile example of an early Sonic fan game in the late 90s, though very few people go back to it as it doesn't seem to be very good, as far as I can tell. But as a tribute to that legacy, there were a string of versions of Robo Blast 2 that included a bonus remake of the original game within the new engine. Said remake was removed from version 2.2 or thereabouts, resulting in this port by Raphael 44642. It's a straightforward remake, utilizing the original level designs from what I can tell, so it has more of a puzzle platforming air where you navigate linear levels. Some additions, courtesy of Robo Blast 2, make things more convenient, like Sonic's forward dash, and others are more difficult, like with the really fast acceleration in the 2D mode that exists for whatever reason. The acceleration, not the 2D mode. As such, I spent plenty of time gently prodding Sonic forward so he wouldn't fly off the edge. I'm not familiar with the original version of the bonus mode, so maybe you would have been allowed to use other characters, which might have made this less finicky. You do play as Knuckles for 2 zones, but then you're back to being Sonic for the rest of the thing, so I don't know. Still, it's a cool way of looking back at a piece of history, so maybe give it a look if the original is a bit too much for you. And with that, we've wrapped up another episode of the series. I hope that you enjoyed watching and that you'll tune in for the next video. Thank you so much, and until we meet again, have a wonderful day.